All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Void Dweller, OA, Zarmegas, and G-Chan. Woo! Thank you all for coming. God. Oh, God. For those of you on Discord, you know the absolute shenanigans that were happening not even but a half hour ago. Anyway, last time, more jumping rage, more posture rage, and it looks like the walls are closing in on our dear old assistant Tanaka, who everyone now says must be the mastermind, so that surely totally means he's going to be the final boss, right? 100% sure. I mean, he's got to. Absolutely. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. So, I really do want to know what's up with Tanaka, though, because there's something fishy, and I have a feeling that his whole, happy 420 to those who, take part in festivities. And, I think his whole shtick has something to do with I. I don't think that they are too involved in the big conspiracy with the virus, but they definitely have something going on. But Tanaka, to me, I could be totally wrong. Again, you know, I have been in the past. Like anyone who remembers Seabed, he just screams out like a red herring to me. Well, let's just see that if that's true or not and get back into it. Where were we up to? God damn it. I forgot. No! Oh my. I hate it when this happens. I know I had to do a fucking jump. It was a jump, right? No. I already did this Osawa jump. But I think I gotta... Yeah, there's 2 fucking jumps here. Which is fucking insane. Alright, now I gotta jump to Norikawa here. From Osawa to see how he got. Because we already know from last time from Norikawa that he was headed to Osawa to interview him about his daughter. So, let's go. Yep. Minorikawa got his wallet out of his jacket to pay the driver.
Oh no,
Kimizuka said, waving a hand.
Don't worry about the fare. Huh? Why not? There's still plenty left over from what you paid me earlier, sir. That's what I meant by special fare.
That's right. He'd paid Kimizuka a whole 10,000 yen for taking him to Endo Electronics earlier. Damn! I forgot it. That's like $100, which is like not too like in today's world. Actually, isn't that unreasonable a cab fare for like a long distance? Because hell, I know I've been. I know it's early in the stream to start telling a story, but before I lose this, back when I was working in the university, one of my jobs entailed like after doing our part in experiments setting things up, I actually had permission, and they gave me a whole like card to charge it to at the end of the day take our samples to be QPCR'd over to the building from all the way from the one at the center to the one in the city to the branch in the city because the university had a lot of branches all over Brisbane. And yeah, exactly. Taking the taxi to the airport is like $100. Totally, Jitan. So that's not too unreasonable. And I was just used to so many times taking the taxi on the University Dollar to ferry over our PCR plates to where it'll be done over there. And that reminds me of. And it's not standard PCR because we could easily do that in the lab, but special qPCR stuff.
But, I mean, I'm not the sort of person to keep the change, as it were,
Kimazuka said. Minorikawa felt a surge of pride at those words.
You're my kind of guy, Mr. Kimazuka. Man on the job can always count on Hachiro Kimazuka's taxi.
The driver grinned.
Now go on. Go. Thank you. I have a feeling we'll meet again for justice.
As Minorikawa entered the theater lobby, he saw a bunch of flower bouquets, patrons' gift of appreciation. Among the names of the senders were celebrities he recognized. The largest of the bouquets was sent by Koichi Nakamura of the Secret Society Chunsoft. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. The next largest came from Marutaru Ishihara from the government organization Joy Art. I'm guessing that's a real thing, but probably spelled normally. That would be incredibly reckless, and anyone doing that would probably be kicked out or something, because reagents are extremely expensive. Not to mention the safety issue that people could sue the university for. So they would take no chances on that. Someone just doing that for shits and giggles would probably be kicked out. Boy, so yeah, that's a very serious thing. I've never heard of anyone doing that, but I could see some random asshole who doesn't care doing something like that, but I personally have never heard of anyone doing that. Anyway, following those were from actress Barako Rose, popular scenario writer Ebisu Ibumatsu, Tohoku Busters Bus Tours Co-Limited, bus guide Kimiko Amo, professional baseball player Masanaka Narikiyo, the ventriloquist Shin Shin, ukulele player Hawaii Matsuda, online TV critic Genzo Akitsu, and so I'm sure those are all parodies of actual people who work at Spike Chunsoft. Evidently, the Wandering Angels were a pretty popular acting troupe. I wonder if we're ever going to actually meet them. Episode 4. Novice actor Takuya Amo, despite his nervousness, gave a credible performance as Shido as the production got underway. But as the show continued, his inexperience became apparent. Aww. But as the show continued, his experience became apparent. I just read that line. He went on stage for the big wire action scene, having forgotten to attach himself to the rigging. Uh-oh. Tezuka was quick to act, rushing on stage in the improvised role of assassin with an Edo accent #1, and fixing a rope to Amo's back during the confusion. Continued in episode 5. People were sending out pamphlets and flyers out on a nearby table. By the way, if you're wondering about there's no music, you might have noticed that there are many sections in this game with simply no music, and this is one of them. So, just got my voice here. There was a palpable tension in the air. The crew seemed skittish as they went about their work.
He's late!
Someone shouted all of a sudden. It was a man in one corner of the lobby, really angrily to no one in particular.
Why the hell hasn't this journalist showed up again for the interview?
Oh, yeah. Looked like he'd been waiting on Minorikawa then. Oh, a new character. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, he's pretty big. Okay.
What's his deal? Pulling this while we're busy.
Guess that, Shinosuke.
Gets that, Shinosuke Orai.
Oh, speak of the devil. I say once. I wonder when we're gonna get to meet them, and we do right now.
I've been busy myself.
Minorikawa said, keeping his composure.
Trust me, I know how it goes. Huh? Who the hell are you? I'm the guy you've been waiting for, Mr. Orai.
The man glared at him.
It's alright.
He said,
Anyway, I'm Minorikawa. Sorry to keep you waiting. Though really, a short wait is a small price to pay for the chance to be interviewed by me.
Well, I hope you appreciate how valuable my time is, now that you're taking it.
snapped Orai.
Wow! Someone sure has a high opinion of himself. You should be more humble, like me, the ultimate reporter, and greatest reporter that ever lived!
Minorikawa replied. He marched up to Orai.
Damn right I do. I'm Shinosuke Orai.
The theater man got right up in Minorikawa's face.
Like anyone even cares.
A jolt of tension sparked between the two men. I literally just fucking started. They're really asking me to fucking jump. Fucking hell. No, fuck, you know what? Fuck you, game. I am gonna continue with Minorikawa because I chose Minorikawa. Around this time, there's a similar jolt of tension between two other people, Kenji Osawa and Mamoru Tanaka. I beg your pardon, a woman interrupted. But, Mr. Orai does have a schedule to keep.
And who are you, miss?
Suzukawa, I'm the producer.
Well, listen, Sue. I'm in the middle of an interview here. But you haven't even started. I said I'm in the middle. Please don't interrupt.
What? That's how you conduct an interview?
That's right. This is how I roll. Look, whatever.
Orai growled.
Let's just do this already. Fine by me.
Okay, so I thought she was a bit timid, but she seems more serious. I'll use a different voice for her. The two men sat down at opposite sides of a table in the lobby. But Suzukawa spoke up again. Mr. Orai, don't forget the meeting you have after this.
Yeah, handle that. Would you?
Minorikawa let out a derisive snort.
It's like you're holding court.
He said.
Do people...
Oh my god.
Do people actually hang around you with that kind of attitude?
You have no right to judge my acting troupe.
Minorikawa straightened up in his chair, a mocking smile on his lips.
Oh, so it's your acting troupe, huh?
he said.
Why not just play all the roles yourself? Heck, you could even be your own audience.
Damn, Noriko, you don't have to directly speak to me like that.
Hi, how dare you?
Ororai rose to his feet and made to leave, but Suzukawa hurried him back down into his chair. Minorikawa continued as if he hadn't heard.
Just what is it that you do, anyway?
He asked. Ororai raised an incredulous eyebrow.
You don't know? No! Why should I? I don't do research on the people I freaking interview. Shotgun! First meeting, first impression. That's how Minorikawa rolls, baby. You came to an interview without knowing anything about who you were interviewing? Yes! Haha! That's it! Get out!
Ororai roared and pointed angrily towards the exit.
How dare an underman clod like you come in here and waste my time? Hey! Who's
Unmannered.
unmannered clod like you? Hey! Who's being unmannered now? I came all the way out here to hear your story, didn't I? Why don't you get out?
Oh my god! Minorikawa pointed at the exit as well.
Why the hell should I have to leave?
Ororai demanded.
This is my house!
Theater jargon for the theater itself, especially the main auditorium.
Look, just get out! Look, just get out!
Yeah, he's slowly turning into Jacopo. This time, both yelled and pointed toward the exit in unison. Suzukawa quickly interposed herself between them, forcing a smile. Gentlemen, please calm down, she said. Then she turned to Minorikawa. You should be aware that Mr. Ororai used to be a broadcast writer. Someone who writes for television or radio programs. A great show depends not only on the actor's performances, but on the skills of the broadcast writer. He's responsible for a lot of big hits.
You don't need to mention that!
Ororai grumbled. Nonetheless, Suzukawa rattled off the names of several shows. Minorikawa did indeed recognize many of them.
Uh-huh.
He murmured.
So how come you're running a failing theater now? Failing?
Ororai went red in the face.
I'm not wrong, am I? You are absolutely the rudest person I have ever met. What would a rank amateur like yourself know about the theater?
Ororai's face was dark with rage, but Minorikawa didn't break down.
Listen, this has nothing to do with how well your theater is or isn't doing.
He snapped. Really?
The television world wouldn't accept you. So in order to retain your pride as an entertainer, you started doing theater. Isn't that so? Just like that Birdman movie. Don't act like you know anything. I've staked my entire life on the theater.
No, it's totally intentional. This is what he does. He acts as he's more like he puts on a character to interview people. I know that there are several famous people that actually do that. Like Stephen Colbert, for example, does that. Like, he puts on a character when he's interviewing people, and he's just doing a version of that. There are a lot of people who do that. but it's usually done when it's a live interview for entertainment. I've never heard of someone doing that for like interviewing for your own information for a report. It seemed as if Ori might throw a punch at any moment.
Sure, a city theater might seem small time compared to TV, but you get a lot more of a response from it. Response? Ho ho! Now that sounds interesting. Darn right it is!
Ori exclaimed.
You can see it from up on stage. The audience, you can see their faces.
There was a passion in Ori's voice now.
You can really feel it. When the audience is enjoying themselves, you can feel that energy. You can't get that from doing television. Thinking back on it now, my time spent working on TV. Let's see, what's a good analogy? It's like being handed a towel that's already damp. No, that's not right. Okay, so a better analogy would be...
And so, without further preamble, Ori began talking about his trials and tribulations back in his broadcast writer days. Minorikawa smiled inwardly. The interview ended promptly after 15 minutes, the time that had been promised. Both men emerged from it as if from a daze. Minorikawa found himself staring Ori in the face, shaking him by the hand.
So, what kind of story did I just get?
He asked, speaking half to himself.
You heard about one man and his life. And I have to admit, it was a good interview. Thanks. You have my gratitude.
With a satisfied smile, Minorikawa closed his notebook.
Right. Glad to hear that then.
Ori inclined his head, looking a bit bewildered.
Oh,
that's Suzukawa. A flustered Suzukawa interrupted. Mr. Minorikawa, wasn't this interview for a piece about the performance? Oh my god, Ju-chan, yes. Enemies to lovers speedrun, absolutely.
Huh?
Oh, that was Minorikawa, god damn it.
Huh?
Minorikawa blinked. It's, just that you were asking only about Mr. Ori, and not about the performance itself, Suzukawa said.
Oh, I see what you mean. Actually, I came here for a piece I'm going to be writing called Where Are They Now? Wall-Stop Broadcast Writer Showcase.
Ouch!
Hiya, but you, washed up!
Ori was red in the face all over again. God damn it!
You bastard! How dare you! Forget everything I just told you. I do not give you my permission to use it in your magazine.
Are you serious? Oh wait, I really thought it was Suzukawa. Oh my god, I am so sorry.
You're too late! What? I've already heard your whole story. You should be grateful that I'm writing a piece on it. You bastard!
With a wild look in his eyes, Ori snatched up a hammer the stage crew had left nearby. Oh my god! I think it's gotta be, B. Because if I egg him on, then I think that's,
Go ahead, hit me! Oh, I'll hit you, alright!
Ori waved the hammer menacingly. Oh, it might not matter. Okay. I don't think that was a choice that mattered. But the attack came to a sudden halt as a ringtone startled him out of his fury.
Hold on a moment.
Minorikawa said brightly.
I have to take this.
He whipped out his cell phone.
Hello, Minorikawa speaking. Best reporter that ever lived. This is Osawa.
Wow. He called back a lot sooner than Minorikawa had expected.
Have your daughters come home then? No. Actually, there's a favor I'd like to ask you.
A favor? Minorikawa thought back to his visit to the Osawa residence. The drawn curtains, the stricken look on Osawa's face. Minorikawa's instincts had sensed something significant going on. Apparently, getting the full story wasn't going to come without some cost.
A favor, huh? Is it something urgent? I'll pay whatever I have to. I just need you to look into something as quickly as possible.
His voice had the telltale desperation of a man who'd been backed into a corner.
All right.
Minorikawa said.
I can help you out for a little while.
Osawa hurriedly explained what he was after. The request was a strange one. He wanted Minorikawa to look up into a scandalous article that 4-star general gossip had run about him in the past.
What makes this so important? What do I have to say? I mean, you're asking me to look into something without explaining anything.
He eyed Ori, lurking nearby with obvious irritation. Minorikawa need to calm down to the erstwhile broadcast writer. Calm down, the erstwhile broadcast writer, or else this interview really would be for naught. He decided to bluff both men at the same time.
Let me just say one thing,
he said into the phone. He made sure to speak loud and clear so that Ori would overhear.
I want to tell the world this story. No, I need to tell it. If I don't feel that way about something, no amount of money in the world will get me to write an article on it. That's my pride as a writer at work.
Minorikawa could see Ori's aura of rage fading as he listened. The theater man looked surprised.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Osawa had decided to open up a bit. Damn, that was slick,
All right.
he said.
I can't share all the details, but... Okay. He's in a talkative mood now. Good job, Minorikawa! Ha ha ha! See, this is going completely fine. There are 0 negative consequences to my actions. The power balance of the entire world might be at stake here.
Osawa continued.
And I mean that quite literally. I can tell you the more after you're done investigating.
Wait, was he serious? How could the world's balance of power hinge on what? Looking into some alleged marital affair? It was so absurd that Minorikawa had to fight the urge to bust out laughing. A person would need to be out of his mind to believe a story like that. But Minorikawa wasn't the average person. And sometimes, the truth was so ridiculous it really was stranger than fiction. Osawa wasn't lying. Minoriko's instincts told him that much.
All right.
He said.
I'll check the editing department's notes from back then.
Minoriko felt his excitement building. Things were really getting interesting. For the moment, he nearly forgot about Toyama and his troubles. When he ended the call, Owarai approached him and extended his hand.
Listen, your methods might be a little extreme, but I can tell you take pride in your wig. Of course I do! I'm sorry for getting so wigged up. I bet you'd write a fine article about me. So please, Mr. Minorikawa, let the world know about me and my half-lived life.
Minorikawa took the offered hand and shook it. Hello, Eblis. Welcome to the stream.
Leave it to me. Once I'm done with it, you won't be just some washed-up nobody anymore. Mr. Ori. It's Owarai.
Minorikawa grinned.
Huzzah! Time to go for justice, me and my Pokeball backpack.
Minorikawa rushed out of the theater. He completed all the interviews that he could get done before 4. Now he had half an hour. Now he had an hour left to write it all up to convince the folks from the loan company that the gossip could stay afloat.
Raw!
He let out a roar, psyching himself up for the final push. Oh, that felt really short. Already? Damn, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wow. So, damn. Okay. Well, let's do that jump back to Osawa then. See, game? Was that so hard? Was that so hard, game? To let me finish one character's story before going back to another one? That's all I ask. But you're gonna force me to jump. But this time I'm prepared for it. Now, unlock Osawa. Osawa picked up his cell phone and dialed Tanaka's number. The phone rang several times. He listened grimly to the empty mechanical sound, preparing himself for disappointment.
What is it?
Oh, that's Tanaka.
What is it?
Tanaka's voice sounded coldly in Osawa's ear. The tension was electric. Osawa felt a surge of outrage. He wanted to scream, but he took a deep breath and managed to maintain control.
Tanaka? Where are you? Is Maria all right?
Tanaka did not reply. Well, at the rate we're going, Eblis, we're going to finish that vlog, this stream. Tanaka did not reply.
The police told me. They said you were connected to the kidnapping.
A soft chuckle came from the other end of the line.
Well, the police sure do know how to do their jobs.
What? He is? Oh my god, wow. He is evil. Seriously? Whoa. Okay.
Well, the police sure do know how to do their jobs.
Tanaka's tone was unapologetic. He sounded nothing like the man Osawa thought he knew so well, so I have to do an evil battler for him. That's good, because it'll differentiate him from Achi.
Why would you do this? Money? Are you having money troubles?
Money.
Tanaka replied.
I suppose that's part of it. Honestly, I doubt you'd understand. Do you have any idea what it's been like for me, doing our research together? You're always the one who takes center stage. The fruits of our success are all yours, even though you couldn't have done any of it without me.
The more he said, the more vitriol seethed into his words. Osawa's hand trembled as he clutched the phone.
The taker can never understand how it feels to be taken from. You've hoarded so many things to yourself, so I'm taking some of them back.
And with that, he hung up. What is cheese? My God, this story ain't realistic because people getting into science for money. Seriously, nobody gets into science for fucking money. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, Tanaka!
From the corporate side, yeah, I could picture it. But a postdoc like Tanaka getting into this for money? Damn. Osawa dialed the number again, but Tanaka didn't pick up. I mean, surely Tanaka's second author on the papers. Right? I mean... Like, I don't know how many of you have read scientific literature, but they usually include, hell, he's probably first author on some, because scientific literature often has dozens upon dozens of people listed as the author. The first author is usually the lead on the experiment, and the last author is usually the senior scientist in the lab. So if anything, a lot of the papers coming out of this research should be under Tanaka's name, with Osawa as the last author, being the head of the lab. So he should totally be getting recognition, unless there are other scientists in this lab that we don't know about, which is possible, that are taking this status from him. Because Osawa is clearly the senior scientist in the lab. But Jishan, the prestige comes from being the author of a paper. Publishing papers is the bread and butter of any scientist. And it would be Osawa and Tanaka would probably jointly speak at any kind of presentations or conferences on these subjects. Usually, the senior author talks about things in more general terms, and the first author would talk things more about in the specifics of the experiments and what went into it, because they were the ones who probably did the exact procedures in the paper. But I'm just going off of my own experience in the field. That's how it's been. Now, if he wasn't first author on the papers, because Osawa would definitely be senior author, the one listed last, which is, again, super important because that means it's coming from his lab. But Tanaka should totally be getting recognition from this. And, like, they should be definitely both getting recognition from this, absolutely. Anyway, let's get back to the story. I'm sorry. Osawa racked his brain, thinking back on how Tanaka had been acting earlier that day. Had there been anything unusual? Any clue at all, no matter how small? If he could find some hint, maybe he'd be able to find Maria and Hitomi. That was it. I had been suspicious of Tanaka all along. I knew she wasn't that bad. So much so that she planted a bug on him hidden in the tie clip. Her suspicions must have been pretty strong. Wait. Osawa recalled what Kajiwara had said. But still, if she is that worried, giving a tie clip as a gift is a bit... The words had struck Osawa as odd when he first heard them. I had never given him a tie clip. Is he a... Oh my god. What if Tanaka is the guy that she wanted to marry? Originally. How insane would that be? Even though he's so much younger than her. That would be totally insane. But possible. His heart gave a heavy throb in his chest. It couldn't be. No, it was impossible. That article from 4-Star... Oh my god! Star General Gossip crept back into his mind. Oh my god! The article talked about a man I had dated before she married Osawa. Oh my god! Are you serious? Talk about a May-December romance. Oh my god. A man I had dated before she married Osawa. The man's identity was never revealed. Could it have been Tanaka? Oh my god.
You've hoarded so many things to yourself. So I'm taking some of them back.
Tanaka's cold words took on a new depth of meaning. Osawa felt the foundations of his life begin to crumble. You didn't even love her anyway. Were Tanaka and I accomplices in all of this?
No. Wait. Just calm down.
He couldn't let himself jump. I swear I've never read this before. I swear. I fucking swear. I never read this before. This is kind of freaky, actually. What the fuck? I swear I've never read this before. Oh my god. He couldn't let himself jump to conclusions. He needed to be more level-headed. Everything depended on it. If the two really were accomplices, well, that's true. Why would I have planted a bug on Tanaka if they were accomplices? Unless she's planning to betray him. What purpose would that serve? What could it mean? It was no use. Zen Zen Damida! Also, I couldn't think of how that made sense.
First things first.
He needed to establish what the relationship between I and Tanaka really was. Once he'd figured that out, he'd be able to get a better handle on the situation. Obviously, he couldn't just go and ask I directly. I mean, the motives would totally fit. He would have such a grudge against Osawa. That explains it much more. The recognition probably was barely anything to do with it at all. Because he should have been getting recognition. He totally should have. Based on his position as his second in command, really. And, but This is totally the perfect motivation. But there's no way he's the ringleader. Because, I doubt he'd be in control of like a terrorist organization. If she really were involved in all this, she certainly wouldn't tell him the truth. Osawa thought back to the business card he tossed into the trash. He didn't relish the thought of getting help from that scavenging hyena, but now was no time to be picky. If he wasn't able to leave the house, he needed someone else to do some investigating for him.
Ha ha!
The freelance writer, Minoru Minorikawa. He was Osawa's only hope. Damn. The second half of these are super short. Like this last half hour for both Minorikawa and Osawa is so short. Okay, Kano. Oh, okay, Kano opened up. Looks like Achi's gonna be last. Okay, let's get back to Kano.
It's Hitomi.
Osawa remains silent.
Mr. Osawa? Is everything alright?
The line went dead.
I guess that answers that well enough.
Kano said as he put away his phone. Now it was clear why the criminals were after Hitomi. He saw an uneasy look on Stanley's face.
Something on your mind?
Kano asked. Stanley responded with a question of his own.
If Hitomi was carrying the antiviral, how were the criminals planning on getting it from her?
Kano thought it for a moment.
Well, taking her by force and at the Scramble posed too high of a risk,
He said.
There were nearly 100 detectives there, and they must have guessed there would be. That's why they devised the attaché case relay. They wanted to abduct Hitomi somewhere away from the dragnet's noticed.
This was the plan that all the signs seemed to suggest.
But still,
He added.
I wonder how they managed to lead her away from police protection.
A look of revelation crossed Stanley's face.
All they need to do was convince her to let go of her own accord.
But how?
Kano asked. And then it came to him. He thought back to Hitomi's initial contact with Tarika Kaoran. Just before he'd taken the attaché case from her, the two had a brief conversation. It was possible Kaoran had given Hitomi some form of instructions then.
Oh, guess we're back to tracking down Kaoran again, huh?
Even though Tanaka is actually a bad guy, I still think that Sasayama is also evil, because why would he have certainly Kano's mentor would not have just let him go. I definitely think that he's the Cane Man and that he's good. I still think Sasayama is a bad guy. So I was wrong about Tanaka being a red herring, but now I more think that he's going to be like a mid-boss. Like a false guy a fall guy, basically, to pin everything on once they catch him. Kano could tell from the look in Stanley's eyes that he was on the verge of saying something. Probably some remark about how Teteno had allowed Kaoran to run free, because from what we know about Teteno, I don't think he was anywhere near them. Right now, Kano wasn't going to argue that point. After this case was resolved, he'd discover what Deteno's real motives were. And once he did, Stanley would eat his words. In the meantime,
We can't just wander around looking without any leads.
he said.
Until we got more intel, let's see what we can do with the security cameras back at the precinct.
Numerous monitors shone down on the pair as they entered the Shibuya precinct surveillance room. Each showed an array of faces of individuals somewhere in Shibuya. Kano asked one of the operators to pull up Alcaron's data on the screen. By selecting each of the faces on the monitors in turn, they could run comparisons to determine if anyone among them was Alcaron. One by one, the operator made his way through the faces. Assuming their target was still in Shibuya, there was a high likelihood they'd find him. But the minutes ticked past, and there was still no sign of him. Kano's tone grew more and more impatient as he directed the operator's search.
Just calm down, son.
Stanley said. He set a hand on Kano's shoulder.
You keep wasting your energy when you don't need to. That's just how I do things.
Kano replied.
I'm energetic because I care.
He pointed out another face to the operator.
Well, you're setting yourself up for a short laugh.
With a sigh, Stanley sank back in a nearby chair.
My brother was like you.
The American spoke so quietly that his words were barely audible. 10 minutes later, a man clad in black appeared on one of the monitors. The operator lined up his cursor. The comparison check confirmed that it was Alcaron.
Yes!
Kano hissed, pumping his fist. It appeared that their quarry was simply walking around town, calm and composed. Kano radioed in Alcaron's location to Kuze.
All units, intercept the suspect on the double.
Kuze ordered. Oh, that was Kuze, I'm sorry.
All units, intercept the suspect on the double.
Kuze ordered.
Kano will provide guidance using the surveillance monitors.
He saw Alcaron stop in front of a cigarette vending machine. Oh, definitely, Evlis. Stanley totally has a tragic backstory. We'll probably get to hear it later on. Was he waiting for someone? Uh-oh.
Sasayama reporting. I've got eyes on the mutt.
Mutt, oh, here we go. Police slang. Mutt is perpetrator. Hook, to put someone in cuffs. Dipper, pickpocket. Wants, outstanding warrants. Hang paper, to write multiple citations. And other such traditional police jargon. Wow, I haven't heard of that. Any of those. Kano's partner had evidently been nearby.
I'm making the arrest,
He said. There was a note of courage in Sasayama's voice. He came into view on the monitor, walking casually. At some point, he ditched his anime nerd costume for a street dancer's getup. It didn't appear that Alcaron had noticed him yet. Bit by bit, Sasayama closed the distance. Not much further now. Kano's hand balled into a fist as he watched. And then something unexpected happened. Another man came running into view right in the middle of the monitor. Toyama! Oh god. Oh god, is this gonna fuck things up? Because I told him to go somewhere. Teruo Toyama, while searching for Hana at Shibuya Gigo, he was located by a duo of debt collectors and fled the scene. Hana left Gigo to find him and ran into him here in Maruyamacho. The pair are heading towards Koendori, trying to find a place to hide. God damn it! You are fucking everything up, old man! There was no sound, but they could see that the newcomer was shouting something. As all call around turned to look at the man, Sasayama launched himself like a bullet from a gun. In an instant, Detective and Perp were locked in a violent scuffle right there on the street. Kano swallowed a lump in his throat as he watched the struggle unfold. Earlier in the day, all call around had done a number on Sasayama, but this time the detective had the upper hand. He got a grip on Alcaron's neck and kneed him repeatedly. Alcaron tried desperately to bring Sasayama to the ground. Sasayama braced himself and avoided the takedown. Then he shifted his stance and took Alcaron to the pavement with a spectacular hip throw.
Yes!
Kano clapped his hands together in excitement. Okay, good, so it didn't mess up the arrest. Catching the perp in a scarf hold, Sasayama got out his handcuffs. A technique in judo involves wrapping an arm around the opponent's neck while performing an upper body pin.
Stanley, we should head to the scene,
Kano said. He looked away from the monitor for a mere moment, and when he looked back, Sasayama had released his hold and crumpled to the ground.
What?
Panicked, Kano stared at the image of his friend. There was something... Oh! There was something jutting up from Sasayama's abdomen. What happened here?
Zoom in!
Kano cried frantically. The camera closed in on Sasayama. I wonder if he's faking his death. Now Kano could see exactly what he'd feared. Sasayama had been stabbed in the gut. Blood pooled out on the pavement around him. Kano screamed.
Sasayama!
The camera showed several other detectives arriving at the scene, capturing Alcaron before he could escape. But Sasayama lay motionless. The pool of blood around him sped further and further across the pavement. Unable to look any longer, Kano rushed from the surveillance room. I'm wondering how this is going to be handled. To be fucking... Wow, we are getting through this so fast. It's been only the first hour of the stream, and already we've gotten 3 to be continued. Okay, Achi, you better be on lock. No, that's for Osawa. Now, Achi was not at a bad end. He was at a keep out. Is it for Maria? Let's see. God, I hate that. Yes, Eblis. I know, isn't the jump mechanic such an amazing feature? Here we go, finally. Like, seriously. How could I have isn't this fantastic? Instead of just being able to select Achi, I have to find which jump goes to Achi and select it. This is clearly so much better and more exciting than just being able to select Achi from the menu and continue the story. Like, this adds so much to the game. Just an incredible amount of, feeling of interaction and just tension and danger and just a rush of feeling of pride and accomplishment that otherwise would be missing from this game. Like, seriously, could you imagine just being able to continue the story like normal? I sure can't. Achi took the escalator down to the 3rd floor, and there was Hitomi, standing right in the open, after he'd been searching for her high and low.
There you are. I thought we were gonna be on the 2nd floor.
Achi said. She stared back at him in confusion.
Oh well. Anyway, come on, we have to go hide.
Hide? Why?
She gave him a dubious look. Archie felt like something was off, but now wasn't the time to dwell on it.
Because those guys might have found us.
He said,
They're outside. You have something in your throat, Hitomi? You sound weird.
He took hold of Hitomi's hand.
Hey, let go! What gives? Come on!
She quickly yanked her hand away.
Huh? But I thought we had a thing going on.
Sorry, boyo, you're not my type.
As Archie tried to make sense of the way she was acting, she took off down the corridor.
Hey, Hitomi!
He hurried after her. It was like changing her clothes, it also changed her personality. Still, he couldn't just leave her alone. The kidnappers might well be closing in. He stayed in pursuit of her, trying not to draw too much attention. I did, Jay-chan. I reacted with an emoticon of that horrific abomination against all life. He lost track of her somewhere near the elevators.
What is her deal?
Unsure of what else he should do, he headed back down to their rendezvous point on the second floor. When he arrived, he spotted Hitomi heading down the escalator ahead of him.
Hitomi!
Archie shouted. Hello, Oe, I see you giving me that side eye. But his voice vanished into the noise of the crowd as she disappeared onto the first floor.
Damn it!
Archie rushed down the escalator. Oh, that's dangerous, Archie. He took the steps 2, 3, 5 at a time. He made it to the first floor and looked around. There was Hitomi about to take a different escalator back up.
Why is she doing this?
He waved his arms to get her attention, but she didn't notice and headed right back up.
Down, up. What the heck is she thinking?
Archie sped around and got on the upward escalator.
Out of my way. Come on!
He shoved people aside as he ran up the moving stairs. But he saw no sign of Hitomi when he reached the second floor. He lost track of her completely.
Oh, come on! This is ridiculous!
Archie's shoulders slumped. He felt exhausted, but he kept up his search, scouring one floor after another, until eventually he made it down and down and down to the second basement level. Okay. Had she grown too impatient waiting for Kanan and gone off searching for the blue minivan again?
I think I can handle myself from here.
He thought back to what Hitomi had said earlier. Oh no, that was the real Hitomi. I can handle myself from here.
Damn it! She's not gonna be okay by herself! We need to finish our romance. We can't just let it get cut off in the middle.
He pounded his fist into the wall in frustration. Please stop. I don't know who's saying that. Please stop! That was Hitomi's voice. There's the real Hitomi. Okay.
Hitomi! Oh, just in time I get to rescue her from assholes again.
Archie moves faster than he could think. Archie! She called back. A pair of thugs had grabbed her by both arms. Archie stomped his way towards them.
Get your hands off her!
He shouted.
Huh? What's it to you, pal?
The older of the two, a middle-aged fellow, turned to Achi with a sneer. He looked familiar somehow. Hitomi shook herself free of the men and ran over to Achi.
It's no use trying to act tough, buddy. We're just trying to get back where we're owed. Don't make us have to get rough with you.
What are you owed? Hitomi, do you owe people money?
No, I don't. They just came after me and started going on about 2 million yen. She looked just as baffled by the situation as Achi was.
If you're gonna blame someone, blame your boss. That crazy Afro dude.
The older man said. He gestured to his lackey. A feral gleam flashed in the young punk's eyes. All right, it's time for ass kicking. It was the look of a man who couldn't resist dishing out a beatdown. He brought up his fist and shifted his feet, shadowboxing a few quick jabs with his left hand. It looked to Achi like the guy was an experienced boxer. Hold on, Hitomi said. What do you mean, my boss?
Say what? Yonagashita! Who the hell do you think?
The young punk shuffled closer, fist still menacing. Then his expression changed.
Hey! Hold on. Are you Achi Endo?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, ain't that lucky, getting to throw it down with you like this.
The punk sounded pleased indeed.
I've heard all sorts of rumors about you, you know. Let's see how true they are.
My God, this is a totally Yakuza encounter. Yeah, this is like versus street thugs. This is exactly how Kiryu would handle. This is like literally every Yakuza sub story ever. Oh my God. Achi didn't like his chances in a straight up fight with a trained boxer. What should he do? Fucking hell, we're fighting. He had to go for broke. His best chance was to hope for an opening to deliver a low kick. A kick using the foot or shin to strike the opponent in the thigh, just above the knee. In karate, this is known as Gendan Mawashigeri. Since the legs are longer than the arms, this is an effective technique against boxers. He'd need time to time it perfectly when his opponent took a step forward.
Ha!
With a loud breath, the thug shot at his left arm.
No!
Achi shifted his stance and unleashed a low kick. God damn it! Suddenly, the elevator doors opened right nearby. Hachi and the punk both stopped in mid-attack. A miserable-looking older man stood in the elevator. At the sight of him, the punk's faces went red with rage.
You! Toyama!
Oh, going up.
Are we gonna go back to the fight? God, I hope so. The man in the elevator hurriedly closed the doors. The two thugs rushed towards him, but the elevator had already begun heading back upward. Damn it! I wanted to see the fight! I guess that was the right choice.
Come on, after him.
The older man shouted. The young punk raced up the stairs.
You stay right where you are.
The older fellow added, glaring at Hitomi. Then he followed after his lackey.
Does he really think we're dumb enough to just wait here?
Achi scoffed. Hachi, I've been looking all over for you. Hitomi gave an angry swat on her chest. Ah! Oh my God! my god! Oh, she really does like him. Oh my god, she was worried about him.
For me? What are you talking about?
You weren't waiting where you said you'd be.
Yeah, because you went up to another floor.
What do you mean? I ran right where you said, on the second floor. This wasn't quite adding up.
The second floor? What are you talking about? You went up to the third floor.
No, I didn't.
Wait, what? None of this makes any sense!
Archie felt like his brain was getting scrambled. Wah, wah.
Well, anyway, at least I found you safe and sound.
Yeah. The two smiled at one another. Oh my god, they're bonding some more. Yes, yes.
What's with those clothes?
Hitomi's new outfit was completely different from the clothes she'd had on earlier. I tried on a few things, but wound up deciding on this.
You tried other stuff on? Okay, that explains it.
Archie said. Oh! At least now things sort of made sense.
That's nice, you know?
What is?
Your clothes, I mean. They look good on you.
Thank you, Archie. Wow. I'm actually blushing now. Just make out already.
It kinda made me blush to say it.
Archie and Hitomi's shyly voice. Oh my god!
Oh, so hey,
Archie said, eager to change the subject.
do you still have that magazine?
Oh, right. Yeah. I was just gonna throw it away, but I couldn't.
How come?
I haven't been able to find the right kind of receptacle. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Newspapers and magazines are supposed to be kept separate from normal trash, right? I mean, I've seen paper recycling bins everywhere, but... Hitomi scanned their surroundings for a suitable bin.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah?
You're thinking about proper recycling now? Of all times?
Is that weird?
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I think it just might be perfect.
Archie found himself blushing even harder now. Yes! Who's saying this? I think it's probably her boss.
Tomo!
A sudden yell snapped him out of his embarrassment.
Yep! Hey! Disco time, boys and girls.
The sketchy-looking fellow who had given her the magazine was scampering down the stairs toward them.
Great.
Archie said.
The weirdo's back.
The man ignored him, though, and leaned in closer to Hitomi.
Ho ho ho! You do still have it.
He snatched the magazine from Hitomi's hands.
Yes, this one hasn't been scratched off yet.
The man hunkered down on the floor and began scratching away at a scratch card snapped in the center bowl.
Wait, wait, wait! Don't let him have that!
Another man came swooping out of nowhere and yanked the magazine away. It was the older fellow who had appeared in the elevator minutes before.
You can't do that! That's mine! Oh, you can't do that! That's mine!
The sketchy-looking man clutched at the older newcomer.
Let go!
No way!
I said let go.
And I said no way. Oh, this is from... Oh, no. I keep forgetting. I thought it was all in Nepal.
Let go. No way. I said let go. And I said no way.
The two were fighting right in front of the exit, keeping Achi and Hitomi from leaving.
How'd you like this?
The older man shouted, scratching away haphazardly on the ticket.
No, it's just a worthless scrap of paper. Oh, my 100,000 yen. Oh, Nelly. You mean my 100,000 yen? Oh.
Then the middle-aged fellow looked back down at his ticket. Oh my god! It's an actual winning ticket!
God, what are the odds?
Somehow in his random scratching, he'd happened to land himself a winner. Here's the 100,000 yen. Oh my god.
Give it. No way.
It's gonna solve both their problems. Oh no, I think they should share it. They gotta share it, that way everybody could win. The two men took off, engaged in a running battle for the ticket. Seriously, you two, if you just share it, both of your money problems will be gone. What was the deal with those two?
I'm not sure.
Achi and Hitomi could only stand there dumbfounded.
On the other hand, hey, look at the time. It's almost 3.
The two headed hurriedly for the Gigo back entrance. But just as they were nearing the doors, the shutters dropped down in front of them. Oh my god, are they gonna be trapped in the mall together? That would be amazing. But it's in the early afternoon. What the fuck? It's 2 in the afternoon. What the actual fuck?
Whoa, what gives?
Due to maintenance, all entrances other than the main entrance on the first floor have been closed. We apologize for the inconvenience. Customers wishing to leave, please use the main entrance on the first floor. Achi glared at the loudspeaker. It looked like there was no exit through the back after all.
I've got a really bad preposition about this.
Achi, it's premonition. Yep, I knew she was gonna say that. Hitomi had gotten quicker to butt in with her corrections. Holding on to their premonitions and prepositions, then the two hurried their way up the stairwell. As Hitomi tried to head out the first floor entryway, Achi yanked her back.
Careful.
What's the matter?
It's that guy.
Huh? Hitomi's expression stiffened. That's totally gotta be him. Slipping behind a nearby pillar, Achi pointed to the man with the cane, who was keenly eyeing shoppers as they came and went.
Well, this bites. No way we're getting out with him there.
Achi? Hitomi whispered in his ear. Behind us. Oh, the two thugs. Achi glared back and saw the two goons walking in their direction.
Uh-oh.
If those two caused a scene like before, the assassin would notice them for sure.
Aha!
The younger punk had spotted them.
Damn it!
Achi thought, gritting his teeth. Wait, what? Why? Oh yeah, they're running away because Maria kicked their asses. Yep. But the thuggish pair let out a teensy squeak and darted off in a different direction, vanishing from view. What the heck? Archie and Hitomi watched them go, unsure what to make of the sudden retreat.
Well, anyway,
Archie said after a moment.
now we can try to find another way out.
Taking Hitomi by the hand, he headed back into the shopping area. I can't believe we haven't had a to be continued yet. The back entrance on the first floor. That was a no-go. The other emergency exits were also locked down, which meant that the main entrance on the first floor really was the only choke point in or out. It was almost time for them to meet Kanan. They needed to find some way to bust out of here. The pair headed back toward the main entrance. Then they saw the man with the cane again, heading in their direction. He hadn't seen them yet, but there was no way they'd avoid him if they didn't do something quick. Okay, what theory? God, I keep forgetting his name. Cane Man, Kano's mentor, is probably has a thing that he's gonna probably let Kano down with his morals, in that he probably thinks killing Hitomi, who he thinks has the vaccine, I think she does, is probably the best way for world peace. In that if she's dead, they can't get to Tenno. That's it. If she's dead, they can't get the vaccine and the whole conflict would be fine. There would be world peace again. Well, relatively. 2009 world peace. And so he's basically saying that's probably the best way to ensure that the most people live and the fastest way. And he's going to let Kano down with that. But I don't think he's evil. I think that's what Tenno's perspective on the situation is. He's trying to make sure that there's no way that the bad guys get the vaccine, but he's using like dark methods for it. And I think, anyway, I think that that's what's going to happen with him. That is true, Eblis. That's why I'm wondering why he was trying to shoot her. I was just trying to think of a reason for him to try to kill her. He hadn't seen them yet, but there was no way they'd avoid him if they didn't do something quick.
Guess for now we gotta go up.
Archie said to Hitomi. They started racing up the nearest escalator, which was ascending from above.
My bad. Coming through.
Sorry, please excuse us. They fought and shoved their way past a stream of people riding in the other direction. They could see the second floor now. Archie figured they'd be in the clear once they got there. Oh my god! There she is. But then a large woman appeared at the top of the escalator heading down. She was the one who'd been in the Chinese restaurant on the 4th floor. The one who'd supposedly packed an entire buffet into her belly. She was wide enough that Archie and Hitomi would never be able to slip past her.
Hey, out of the way!
Archie shouted. but the young woman ignored him. Ashi tried to push past, but he just bounced off her. They were drifting inevitably back down toward the first floor. It was like they were riding a conveyor belt that was delivering them right to the assassin. This was not good. If they didn't do something soon, they'd... Wait a second. Something must have caught the assassin's eye. Achi saw him suddenly rush. There was no telling what had just happened. But now there was a chance to escape. Achi and Hitomi raced out the door. Outside, the man with the cane was nowhere to be seen.
Looks like we're safe.
Achi let us sigh. Ooh, I wonder who said, is this Kanan? For now, someone said. Keep your eyes open. Yep. Oh, she's super badass. I bet people have tried to draw her. The sudden words made the two turn with a start. Kanan was standing right behind them. She'd gotten this close and neither of them had noticed a thing. She moved with all the skill of an assassin. Achi felt a chill shoot through him. Now we get his to be continued. Okay, now let's get to the song. This person also killed my friend. Everyone in Shibuya is going to die. Was it an accident or an attack? He's after Hitomi Osawa. How was she infected? Let's see. Damn, Really, this is the halfway point of the game. Wow. Hello, Advanced Lamb. Welcome to the stream. Damn, okay, quick poll. There's way too many interesting ones right now to pick. You guys tell me who you want to see first. Because I think all of them are fucking fantastic. So I really want to know who you guys would like to see. Because they're all at such a crucial point. I'm going to go to the bathroom for a little bit. You guys tell me who you'd like me to pick for the first one to just finish off this stream. And we'll try to get through someone's story of the next hour. Okay, damn, the votes are all spread out this time. You know what? Let's go with Maria. If we get her blocked off early, though, I'll pick Kano, because I really want to see what's up with Sasayama's quote-unquote corpse. So yeah. Okay, oh, she ran into him. Oh yeah, I forgot where she ended because it was so long ago.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is my name Hitomi Osawa? That's really important. Let me shout. The man with the cane hesitates, his finger on the trigger.
What do you mean by that?
The barrel of the gun is still aimed squarely at my head. I mean exactly as what it said. It's my name Hitomi Osawa. I really don't know who I am.
You're trying to play games with me. Quit playing games with my heart. And that voice has to be fake. There's no way that could really be your voice.
I'm not playing with anyone, I swear. I don't know why I sound like this. Like I was wearing that cat costume too long. Yeah. Oh, I'm utterly desperate now. Getting killed is one thing, but who wants to die without even knowing who they are? Tell me, am I Hitomi Osawa or not? The man gives me a good hard look. Damn it.
Damn it. I wonder.
He can continue to steady me along the barrel of a gun.
Tell me what you know.
It's an order, not a request. What I know about what? Look, I have amnesia! I know that sounds totally fake, but it's true! I quickly summarize what's happened to me since I woke up in that storehouse. All my zany, wacky adventures as a cat and the Afro guy and my best friend. The girl who loves to eat, but has a surprisingly slim figure, despite everyone calling her fat, for all the ridiculous, cartoony amounts of food she eats. The man listens intently, never taking his eyes off me.
Oh, I see. So that's what's going on then.
Interesting.
Once I'm done with my story, the man with the cane sends down an empty soda crate. Seems he believes me at any rate. That's a relief if nothing else. So then, am I Hitomi Osawa?
No.
Then who is Hitomi Osawa? Why is Hitomi Osawa? Is she somebody who looks like me?
Shut your mouth.
The man spits.
Just be quiet.
His expression is vague. Oh,
His expression is vacant.
What am I going to do?
He mutters to himself. If I'm not Hitomi Osawa, does that mean you don't have any business with me and don't need to kill me? Because that'd be just fine, Jim Dandy.
Seems so.
surely he would know that Hitomi had a sister. Twin sister.
In that case, can I go? The assassin doesn't answer. He lets his pistol hang limp in his hand, the muzzle dropping to point at the ground. Doesn't look like he wants to kill me anymore, but doesn't look like he'll just let me go quietly either. Fuck berries.
I think I'll go with A.
I remain motionless, waiting for an opportunity to run away.
I might not make it in time.
The man mutters to himself under his breath.
He's dying. Oh my god, does he have the virus? Oh my god. He might have the virus, and he's probably trying to get her because she has the vaccine and he needs it. Although I don't think that'll cure the virus. That's already in him.
Not make it in time for what? I'm curious now, but this is hardly the time or place to try and find out more. I've learned for certainty that I'm not Hitomi Osawa. Which basically tells me jack squat. I'm right back to square one and figuring out who I am. The assassin has gone quiet. Sitting on a pile of crates, he seems lost in thought. Still, I don't dare try to get away. All I can do is stand and wait and mull over my own situation. Just who am I? I ask myself again and again. I am.
No, I have no business with you.
The man finally says, God damn it, I was just about to figure out who I am.
Go. Don't worry. I won't follow you.
I wonder if I can believe it. Maybe he's just trying to get me off guard so he can shoot me in the back. Like a punk.
He knows that there's a traitor in the police.
Do not go to the police. I'll go back home.
He continues.
Lay low by yourself somewhere for a while.
How long is a while?
Until around sundown. This should all be over by then.
It'll all be over. I have no idea what it is, but I decided not to pry in case he decides to change his mind and kill me. Okay, I'm gonna run away now.
Sure.
I take a slow step backward. I'm starting to turn away when he speaks up again.
Before you go, I need to tell you one more thing.
What's that? Oh, please don't say you lied and gonna shoot me.
When you get your memories back, I'm sure you're going to hate me. And so I apologize in advance.
Of course, I have no idea what he's talking about, but it makes me even more uneasy.
I am like 99% sure this is Toteno now.
I truly am sorry.
I've got no response for that, so I just give the man one last look before I turn and run. I decided to look for some place to hide out for a while, as the gunman suggested. But since I really don't know my left from my right in this town, that's easier said than fucking done. Before I realize it, I've made my way back to the knick-knack paddywhack shop where I bought the necklace. Maybe I could hide out in here. God, that paint is pretty garish. As I contemplate that possibility, I hear an all too familiar voice.
Tama! 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 Tama!
Back in Bikini Bottom.
There's Mr. Yanagishita on the floor of the shop. He's been tied up with some rope. You know, I think it says something that I'm not at all shocked by this. What happened, boss?
Look, this is all just... I was framed!
No, whatever happened, I'm pretty sure it was all his fault. Just called a hunch.
He says I'm a thief. Well, I say he's a thief for selling stuff he finds around town.
Oh my god. Oh my god, does the burning hammer have the virus in it? Oh my god. Hey!
The sales clerk steps into view, scowling.
Just what are you implying?
What in the world is going on here? I haven't the foggiest.
Tama, help me, please!
Yanagashita kicks and squirms like a hyperactive child.
Do you know this man?
The sales clerk asks. No? Well, I mean, sorta.
He's a real pain. He's been making a scene like this for as long as he's been here.
I find it hard to imagine a worse way to interfere with someone's business. Listen, pal, I think, unless this is a BDSM shop, I think you're gonna scare away a lot more customers than you attract by holding out in the front of your shop lobby with a guy tied up.
I hate to ask,
The clerk continues.
but could you take him to the police for me?
The police?
Yeah.
I was just told not to go to the police. Oh, the police. The gunman did specifically warn me not to go to them. Fuck berries. I feel no loyalty to that killer, but I am reluctant to antagonize him. And for reasons I can't explain, I have a strong sense that going to the police right now is a bad move.
Yep, they know there's a traitor in the police. They know it. They know it. I totally think it's Sasayama and he's faking his death if he's gonna die. If he fakes his death, he has a lot more room to maneuver around. I learned that from somebody that I quite admire.
But Mr. Yanagashita isn't privy to my thoughts, and he looks up at me with a hopeful gleam in his eye.
Yeah, that'll work. Tama can take me to the police. And then we can put all this behind us. All's well that ends well, right?
Sure, why not? Feeling like I have no choice, I leave the shop with him.
Okay!
Mr. Yanagashita says excitedly as soon as we're out of earshot.
Now, let's go find Chiri.
Huh? I'm beginning to flip.
What? No! We're not really gonna go. Oh man, I am so glad y'all showed up, Tama. Now come on, let's go find Chiri.
It totally is, Ji-chan. The looked away for a moment thing is totally Saz.
From the big grin on his face, I have an inkling of what's gonna come next, and maybe even an octoling. You've thought of another get-rich-quick scheme, haven't you?
Don't you hear my theme song? Hell yeah! Goodness, Tama, you can see right through me.
It's not that difficult. It's practically written all over your face, boss. But Mr. Yanagashita isn't really listening. He's too full of enthusiasm.
This time, I got a line on 10 million yen. Yeah, baby! So come on, let's make our good self stinking rich.
He punctuates his grand announcement by pointing fervently at some non-existent list. I was wondering what he was doing! Oh my god.
I thought, are we gonna get kept out? Uh-oh, I made a wrong choice. Iron stomach. A celebration of truly astonishing appetites with a mighty stomach. Oh my god. It was a bad ending. It didn't feel like a bad ending.
I stand with Cherry on the winner's podium. The cheers and applause are deafening when the master of ceremonies makes the announcement. Cherry is the champion! She laughs with delight as she holds up the trophy that signifies her 10 million yen win, baby. And me? Hell, I got runner-up. I wasn't too into the idea at first, but after giving it a shot, I found the professional gluttony kind of grows on you. Even I was surprised at how much I could eat. And I had to admit it felt kind of good.
Hello, Hala Mirage. You must be very confused.
My memory still hasn't come back, but that doesn't matter anymore. I found myself a new purpose.
My god, this is like the freaking kid ending, the U ending of Ever 17 here.
To seal Cherry spawned the throne. That's right. That right there is now my greatest goal in life. Me and Cherry are eternal rivals. Number 47. The Throne of Gluttony.
My god, that sounds like a freaking episode in arc. Like, if in a shonen series that's going for a 7 Deadly Sins arc. And they're on Gluttony's thing right now. And this is the episode where Gluttony dies. Tama never got her memories back. She ended up starting a new life on the competitive eating circuit. Which may not be a horrible fate. But it'd be better if she recovered her old life as Maria. When she was cornered in the alley by the man with the cane. There's someone who could have turned up and helped her out, Yanagashita. But he can't do that if he ends up getting tied up in the knick-knack paddywhack shop. Okay, so we gotta help Yanagashita. Okay, so it wasn't the choice she made. She didn't make the wrong choice. Okay, now who do you want? Okay, now who do y'all want me to pick? Damn, we made it halfway through hers. These are feeling shorter and shorter. I freaking seriously. So yeah, tell me who you want to pick for now. I'm still good to go for at least one more chunk of time like that. I'm gonna say that it's between Kano and Achi for me. Who would you like me to pick? Because I definitely I'm most interested in these two right now. Okay. Kano, yeah. Yeah, definitely, Kano. Okay, yeah, definitely. I really want to see what's up with him and this, and to see how quote-unquote dead Sasayama is. I don't buy this for a second. Kano practically died from the car when it arrived on the scene at Maruyamacho. The place was teeming with officers and onlookers alike.
Out of the way! Please move aside!
Kano forced his way through the throng. Sasayama was lying in a massive pool of blood.
Sasayama!
Kano rushed to his partner's side. The knife was still embedded deep in Sasayama's belly. Its handle shuddered each time it drew a labored breath.
Guess I messed up.
Sasayama could only manage a raspy murmur.
Please, don't try to talk.
Kano urged.
Looks like I won't be celebrating Mrs. birthday.
Ugh. Sasayama drew a small package from his pocket. It had been neatly wrapped, unfitted with a pretty little ribbon. I bet what's gonna happen is that we're gonna see that the terrorist dude gave that to him. That's what's gonna happen. I bet. That's what in the second that he looked away. I totally bet. It had been neatly wrapped and fitted with a pretty little ribbon.
Here. Give this to me-chan for me.
Kano shook his head.
No way. You can give it to her yourself. You've...
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow, okay. Wow.
You've never met Mi-chan, huh? She's real pretty. Only surprised how pretty she...
I know. You've told me all about her.
Kano, please give this to my wife for me.
I wonder. I fucking wonder. That's what I think, Chi-chan. Mustering up the last of his strength, Sasayama pressed the gift into Kano's hand.
Sasayama.
Sasayama's hand dropped back down into the puddle of blood. A paramedic team finally arrived at the scene. Yeah, they didn't confirm his death at all. They're just loading him into the ambulance. As Sasayama was loaded into the ambulance, Kano felt a surge of rage roiling inside him. Clenching his fist so hard his nails dug into his palm, he marched over to the captive Al-Kawaran.
You son of a bitch!
He wound over a punch to punch Al-Kawaran's face, only to have his arm caught forcibly by the elbow. Spinning his head around, he found Stanley standing there.
Let go of me, Stanley!
But the American had a grip of steel, and Kano's arm wouldn't budge.
They allow you all assault suspects here in Japan, do they?
I keep forgetting he's not police, but he's FBI or CIA, I mean. Yep. Umineko has taught me too well to believe deaths. Like, no confirmation of death. He didn't even check his pulse or anything. He looked away for a second. There's too many things that seem fishy. I don't believe that death for a second. Kano bit his lip and then lowered his shaking fist.
No, of course not!
He growled. Al-Kawaran let out a nasal chuckle as he watched the pair. With a cold glare, Stanley strolled over to him. He leaned in close to whisper something, and all at once the blood drained from Al-Kawaran's face. Visibly shaken, Al-Kawaran said something back to Stanley. It's probably about the virus. Or like he's going to be going away. He's probably going to be taken to some faraway prison. Stanley gave a slight nod, then left the captive with the police escort. Kano went over to him.
Hey, what was that all about?
Apparently, Al-Kawaran gave Hitomi some instructions. Told her to get into a blue minivan that was parked along Dogonzaka.
So Stanley's hunch had been correct. Yeah, we knew that. But why'd Alcaron confess so quickly?
How'd you get him to talk? You don't need to know that. CIA business.
Turning on his heel, Stanley went to report the news about the blue van to the task force. Kuze immediately directed the detectives nearest Dokenzaka to look into it, but they found no blue minivan in the area. The order then came down for all personnel to search for the vehicle. Kano thought back to another item, the Dick Diary. We haven't had one of these in a while. Use it as a stepping stone, but be sure to die as a stepping stone yourself. My God, who wrote this one? Frickin' Nagito Kameda? Like, seriously. This is Kameda's favorite dick dictum by far. Seriously, he lives by this. In the abstract, Kano could appreciate the nobility of self-sacrifice, but when he thought of Sasayama's bloodstained figure, it wasn't so easy to keep his emotions in check.
First time he's ever seen a fellow officer get hurt.
Well, he's a new cop. Stanley had come back over to him.
We don't have time to relax, son. You can't keep your anger in and do something about it, here and now.
Stanley pointed to his own jaw.
Hit me, American style.
I knew he could be a good guy. Stanley seems cool. They're gonna be, buddy cops. Kano smiled wryly at the unexpected proposal. Let's see. Oh, wow, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Let's see. Wow. I think you should do it because he wants it. It'll either be something funny or it'll continue the story. We can't lose. Without a word, Kano threw a punch. Stanley stoked up the rage-fueled blow, his face a mask of calm. Kano felt all the more miserable in the face of such unflinching resolve.
If I weren't such a bumbling clod, Sasayama would have never have... Hey, don't blame yourself, son.
Stanley said.
You guys have been doing better than I expected. More sarcasm, huh?
Stanley's mouth curled up sheepishly and he held his hands wide. Kuze's voice suddenly cut in over the wireless.
We've located the blue minivan. It's in Jinan Chome on Koendori.
Hitomi might be there, and maybe the kidnapper's ringleader would turn up too. On pure reflex, Kano broke into a run. Stanley followed close behind. They sped through the back streets, making their way towards Koendori. Kano was a pretty fast runner, but Stanley kept up with him without apparent difficulty.
Were you in the army or something? No, the Marines.
Oh, wow. United States Marine Corps, a rapid deployment force specializing in amphibious landing operations. An independent branch of the armed forces along with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The Marines' motto is Semper Fidelis, Latin for always faithful. Damn, yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch. It wasn't much further to Kowandori.
Kano, if we find that van, don't get too close.
Yeah, it could blow up. Stanley warned. It could be a trap. Oh, we're missing a quote here.
Could be a trap. These people will do anything to carry out their goals. Anything, huh?
Kano could sense the truth of Stanley's words. He reminded himself that his life could depend on remembering them. He raised his eyes. They were coming up on Kowandori. Suddenly, a boom as loud as cannon fire shook the area.
Something's wrong.
Kano thought.
That's no ordinary city noise.
Oh my god, there was a terrorist bombing. A column of black smoke rose up from between two nearby buildings. Passers-by stopped and stared, gasping in alarm. I wonder if we can prevent that. Oh my god, a movie scene! Was it the van that blew up? Then Kano saw flames. This hadn't been an accident. Someone had set off an explosion. It's probably the blue van. Several people were on the ground nearby, evidently injured by the detonation. Oh my god, Minorikawa! We gotta save him. Mr. Minorikawa, Mr. Minorikawa. Oh god, that's Chiaki. Oh god. Someone is trying to kill Minorikawa. What the high school age girl was crying, clinging tightly to a man who had been caught in the blast. Kano recognized her as the girl he talked to earlier during the traffic jam. The man looked like he might still be alive. Kano hurried over to them.
Police!
He announced. Oh my god. Blood was streaming. Okay, so we gotta save him. Blood was streaming from the man's mouth. He clearly suffered some internal damage.
Hang in there, buddy.
Kano told him.
Stay with us.
The man's face twisted in pain, but somehow he managed to croak out a few words. Kano let out a gasp. The man's voice was almost too weak to hear, but what he said still shook Kano to the core. This man knew something important. Something crucial to the investigation. Rescue vehicles arrived on the scene, and the wounded man was promptly loaded onto a stretcher. When he was placed inside the ambulance, Kano flashed his badge at the paramedics and got in alongside him. The man had already fallen unconscious. Kano didn't know when he'd back up, but he knew he needed to hear what the guy had to say. He sensed that the stranger was the key to unlocking the entire case. Damn, they did a whole... Yep. Okay, yep, it's a bad end. But though Kano kept up a lonely vigil, the man never woke up again. The antiviral that had been given to Hitomi, the blue minivan Alcaron told Hitomi to look for, now the minivan exploding. I can't believe they did a whole thing for a bad ending. Unless it happens anyway, and we have to make sure Minorikawa doesn't go anywhere near there. Kano was sure this man had known how all these tied together. But now the key to solving the case was gone for good. Bad end. Okay, a blown lead. Yeah, Kano tried to get Minorikawa. If Minorika hadn't been caught up, things had gone differently for Kano. At 15:30, someone shouts something. And depending on what they shout, both Kano and Minorikawa's fates might change. Interesting. Okay, so... we know it's none of the people we thought. It's probably Achi then. Yeah, it's definitely not Maria. And Osawa's probably still at his house. And they said it wasn't Minorikawa, so it's probably Achi. Speaking of, that was a bit short, but you know what? Let's do some more Achi. I really want to see Kanan, so let's do some Achi. Kanan led them into a narrow back alley. The moment she stopped, Hitomi spoke up. Members of the SOS Brigade don't come here very much. Word has it that in this place, around 10 years ago, one man beat the crap out of 7 street toughs in the blink of an eye. I've never heard that term before, ever. Like calling a person a tough. Never heard that term ever before. Over time, people have offered various theories. That he was an assassin, that he was some foreign soldier, even though he might have been a ghost. And to this day, the urban legend lives on. Why was my sister kidnapped?
Before I answer that, there's something I need to tell you,
Kanan said. Her tone was cold and sharp.
I've come to Japan because I'm on a mission. I'm not at liberty to discuss all the details.
I know Oe, but I've never heard it before this game, is what I mean. All right. Hitomi gave a slight nod.
To answer your question, Maria was kidnapped by mistake.
Oh. What? Hitomi gasped. But why?
Because this...
Oh, wow. It's exactly what we thought. It's exactly what we thought.
Because this kidnapper isn't after Maria. They're after you.
Who's after me?
The mastermind behind this whole thing. I won't say his name, though, because that'll be a big spoiler,
Kanan said.
Her tone was matter of fact.
Whoa, hold on. Don't say his name yet.
Achi interrupted.
What do they want to tow me for?
That I cannot say.
Well, then who is this person? I knew it.
I can't tell you that either. You see, their sex, nationality, age, appearance.
Oh my god. It's gotta be Sasayama.
Just about everything about them is shrouded in mystery.
Seriously. It's gotta be Sasayama now. Oh my god, that's gonna be so awesome, you guys! I am so hyped for Final Boss Sasayama. I am so hyped for this. It's gotta be Sasayama. Oh my god. Seriously. Oh my god, that is gonna be epic as shit.
So there's not much I can tell you.
Achi and Hitomi stood dumbfounded.
What gives?
Achi said.
So you're saying all you know is this person has some lame name like Mastermind?
Hitomi turned to whisper in his ear.
Mastermind isn't actually their name, Aji.
Originally used solely to refer someone of remarkable intellect. The term first took on its criminal connotations in the 19th century.
I'm here,
Kanan spat.
because I'm looking for revenge.
Revenge? Hitomi asked. What for?
This person also killed my friend.
I wonder who.
Kanan's inscrutable eyes flashed with a threatening gleam. Earlier, you said that it was your fault my sister got kidnapped,
Hitomi said. Kanan cast her eyes down.
4 days ago, I managed to learn this criminal's plan. So I got in touch with Maria and told her that you were going to be attacked at that party.
So that's why she told me not to go. Hitomi's voice trembled as she spoke.
I gave Maria a small GPS tracker to give you, but I guess you never got it.
That might be the necklace. Oh, we have a little movie.
Global Positioning System, a network of man-made satellites and ground-based control stations for providing geolocation data. Alternately, a device that makes use of said systems. Modern cell phones and vehicle navigation systems use the GPS, but it's a new thing here in 2009.
Hitomi shook her head.
I see. She must still have it then.
Oh, wait, so then my sister... The color drained from Hitomi's face as she understood.
Yes, Kanan replied. Maria acted as a decoy and let herself get kidnapped in your stead.
That still doesn't explain why Maria is such an extreme badass. Hitomi swayed on her feet, shocked to the verge of fainting. Achi hurriedly reached out and caught her in his arms.
But wait!
He said to Kanan as he held Hitomi up.
I don't get that either. Why didn't neither of them go? Then nobody would have been kidnapped, right? I mean, why'd her sister need to go and act as a decoy?
Kanan let out a tiny sigh.
If she hadn't gone to the party, the kidnappers would have just found some other opportunity to come after her.
Ah, okay.
Achi nodded.
That sort of makes sense.
I'm betting that Maria's plan was to use the GPS to lead me to these guys' hideout. Oh, that was Kid's Kanan.
I'm betting that Maria's plan was to use the GPS to lead me to these guys' hideout. She wanted to keep her sister safe and also figured she could help me with my mission. It's the sort of scheme she'd think of.
How do they know each other?
So then, can't you use the GPS to locate Hitomi's sister?
That's what I was thinking. Kanan shook her head.
The GPS hasn't been powered on since she was kidnapped.
Damn it!
It's possible that the kidnappers took it from her.
That might be in the thing that Alcawaran gave to Sasayama and Sasayama gave to Kano.
Wait, what? So after all that, even you can't find Maria?
Achi slumped his shoulders in disappointment.
I didn't say that.
What do you mean?
I'm super badass. I got some intel from those syndicate members we met earlier. Apparently, sometime this morning, they put Maria into a blue minivan, and since then, they've been moving her all around Shibuya.
Achi and Hitomi exchanged glances at the mention of the blue minivan.
Unfortunately, Kanan continued, those operatives didn't know what the current situation was exactly.
So we're back to the blue van then.
Achi hurriedly explained what they'd been through so far. He'd mentioned how they'd first seen the blue van when the kidnappers had told Hitomi to find it. He also described how first the man with the cane and then a host of others had come after them. He got a little sidetracked here and there, but Kanan quickly listened to the end. I see. My god, you went on a lot of pointless tangents.
I know, but that's because today has been really wacky. We watched a fight between a martial artist and a mascot.
Interesting, although irrelevant. There's no way that could possibly have anything to do with Maria.
Yeah, I guess. So then, what do you think?
Achi asked. Seems like we messed their scheme up their scheme a little, huh?
Whatever.
Oh, that's probably Hitomi. That's Achi.
Seems like we messed up their scheme a little, huh?
Whatever the case, this man with the cane concerns me, Kanan said. I doubt he's working with the others. I don't know what that means. It means he's on his own. He probably discovered something terrible. He probably knows who Sasayama really is. And there's gonna be a moment where Kano has to trust either Sasayama or Tateno. I bet that's gonna happen.
Maybe that's it. Some guy who wasn't involved butts in and throws off their whole plan.
Kanan nodded in agreement. Because you and that man with the cane showed up, she said. They couldn't leave the minivan where it was. They took a sensible precaution.
But then if you think about it, isn't this an opportunity for us to turn the tables on the mastermind?
Kanan flashed him a faint, speculative smile. I wonder about that.
Oh, come on.
Achi grumbled.
You're such a buzzkill.
Any well-made plan has a good, solid outline. Which means that even after it has come to fruition, it's easy to trace things back to the planner.
Huh. Is that how it works?
By contrast, if you achieve your goals using accidental means, the outline becomes blurred, and it makes it harder for anyone outside looking in to grasp what the actual plan is. Achi swallowed hard as he took in the gravity of the situation.
Well, but I mean, like, if there's an accident, people are gonna for sure panic. Plan or not.
The corners of Kanan's lips curled up. Typically, I suppose, she said. But the people who are after Hitomi, not only have they put together a perfect plan, they've purposefully left certain tiny holes in it. And so we can't even figure out who they are. The outline of the plan is always too blurry. Wow, that's a true genius. Achi had no response to that. It was like he was hearing about some completely different world beyond the one he knew. If what Kanan had said was true, he'd been dealing with the opponents that were on a level way above his own. In any event, since these people are after you, it'd be best if you didn't wander around town anymore, Kanan told him. By now, Hitomi had recovered. She stood up straight and shook her head. No, I'm going to find that blue minivan. My sister is in danger because of me. I can't abandon her just to save myself.
Yeah, that's right!
Achi patted Hitomi on the back.
And if that's what you're gonna do, then I don't care who we're up against. I'm with you in this until the end! Heck, it's too late for me to back out now. That ship has already failed.
It's sailed, Achi. Hitomi giggled despite herself. It's... Oh my god, I could predict Hitomi's lines easily.
Yeah, what she said.
Kanan let out another little sigh. Exactly, Ji-chan, exactly. All right, just make sure you're extra careful, she said. You can't count on getting bailed out of trouble
like you have before. I understand, Hitomi said. Her eyes showed no trace of doubt or fear. Kanan gave her a slight nod, then quickly disappeared down the alleyway.
Right then.
Achi said.
Want to get back to looking for the minivan?
Then he stopped, remembering their previous efforts. If they just heedlessly wandered around town, they'd probably end up in the same trouble they encountered before. They'd get chased by the man with the cane or by the kidnappers, and their search would be interrupted yet again. What should they do then? There had to be a better way. Achi happened to glance upward and caught sight of a surveillance camera installed on one of the streetlights.
That's it!
Huh?
God, I can't believe I didn't think of it before. Time for my theme song.
Hitomi peered at him, startled by his sudden shouting.
We just need to use my old advanced surveillance cameras and this'll be a breeze! I knew that's why they were introduced into the story.
Achi took Hitomi by the hand and started running. His destination, the security camera monitoring room in Dogenzaka. Achi didn't slow his pace until they were nearing their destination. Then he turned to look back at Hitomi. He was about to ask if she was doing all right, when someone close at hand called out to her.
Hey! Mind if I ask you something? Have you ever heard of SOS?
Uh-oh. Damn, Minorikawa's getting in everyone's story lately. Holy shit. Achi stopped in his tracks as the stranger stepped in front of him. The guy looked too old to be picking a fight with SOS. Achi regarded him with suspicion.
Yeah, why do you ask? Do you happen to be a member yourself? No. No, not anymore. It's in my dark, violent past that I want to put away.
The man's eyes flashed with a gleam of recognition. Did this guy know who he was? With a broad grin, the stranger took a step closer. Achi's heart sank. He couldn't afford to get caught up in some new hassle right now. Hitomi flashed him a worried look. Let's go. Achi and Hitomi dodged past the man and hurried onward. Even if the guy was harmless, they needed to be on their guard. There was no telling how many thugs and assassins were looking for Hitomi. Rather than head directly for the surveillance building, Achi decided he better make sure the stranger wasn't up to something. Hitomi followed as he slipped quickly into a back alley. There was no indication that the man was following them. What was that guy's deal? Hitomi asked.
No idea. He sure seemed kind of fishy. Doesn't look like he's coming after us, though.
They took a quick detour through another seedy back alley. Then, as they were starting to head towards their original destination, Achi felt a sudden searing pain on his back. Holy fuck! Oh my god! What the fuck? He nothing personaled him. Oh god. Glancing over his shoulder, discovered that one of the foreign syndicate members had crept up and struck him from behind.
Oh no, I've been stabbed.
Oh my god! Hitomi screamed. Another man suddenly appeared, grabbing her by the arms. Oh, fuck berries.
Hitomi.
Achi tried to reach out to her, but his arm was leaden. His body refused to obey his commands.
Fucking hell! God damn it! As the attacker wrenched the knife from his back, Achi felt the blood gushing out of his wound. The two men started to drag Hitomi away.
Damn it.
He tried to pursue them, but his legs faltered and couldn't find their footing. He was losing blood so fast he was starting to fade from consciousness. Achi could only watch impotently as Hitomi was dragged further and further away. Stand by, kidnapper. Achi got stabbed, caught in a surprise attack by one of the kidnappers. Okay, if that weird guy hadn't tried to talk to him, Achi would never. God damn it, okay. Damn, everything is centering, like last time, everything centered on, I forget who. I think it was Osawa. I think now everything is centering on, Kano. Achi. Not Achi. God. Minorikawa. Jeez. Everything is centering on Minorikawa in terms of choices. This chapter. Damn, and it had barely started. My god, okay. I guess next time we will pick it up with Minorikawa and Osawa. Okay, you guys, this has certainly been extremely exciting. So, next time on Thursday, we'll be doing some more art to Tanaka. And on Friday, we will continue this. I cannot wait. This is so insane and amazing. Okay, you guys. Until next time, I will say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.